You know, I actually have this weird kind of connection to Baltimore that I didn't realize. I'm sitting in a room right now in the Hilton Rec Center that's 5 minutes from where my mom used to live when she was little. Then they moved back to Virginia, and that's where I ended up being born and growing up as well. I tell people all the time I'm a Virginia boy, a proud Virginia boy, but I became a man in Maryland by attending the University of Maryland and then being drafted by the Baltimore Ravens. You know, my first 8 years of my adulthood was spent here in Maryland. And when you see the need in Baltimore City and the way they embraced me, their son, their brother, their cousin, it's something that you can't just turn your back on. You know, we had just won the Super Bowl in Baltimore, and I was curious, you know, but honestly, because of the off season before, I didn't know what to do with myself. All right, what do I do with all of these months of nothing? So I wanted to do something to be productive, and I decided to intern with Congressman Cummings. He's one of the best men that I've ever had the opportunity to meet. Rest in peace to him. I learned a lot from him. He does things that a lot of other offices don't do. He really cared about the people at the lowest level to the highest level. He treated the janitor like he was the richest man and the most powerful man in the world. And that's what he was known for, fighting for everyone, including the voiceless and those who are at the bottom.
And I will fight until the death to make sure every citizen has that right to vote.
Being able to watch him, I learned so much about how to lead, how to stand tall in your beliefs, stand firm in your beliefs.
We are the United States of America. We are the greatest country in the world. We're better than that.
I'll never shy away from speaking up or doing the right thing and trying to do my part to make sure this future is better, not only for my children, but our country. There are some people who think everything's already equal now, you know, everything's already equitable now, and all you get to do is just pull up your bootstraps. Well, I'm here to tell those folks, and I tell them all the time, how do you pull up your bootstraps if you don't even have any boots? It's very frustrating to me anytime I see someone in a very privileged position that doesn't understand what it's like for people who aren't in their shoes. You know, I knew that people helped me get to where I was. You know, I was a child, our situation wasn't the best at times. You know, we had people that gave us a helping hand that helped us get over the hump. And so I understood at an early age that it took a village to raise a child. You know, I'm a product of that. So we wanted to create that same thing here. I ended up talking with Baltimore Rec and Park, and they were like, hey, we have some locations that have been closed for years. That's something you may want to look into. When you look at it, a lot of potential. We know that it can be an asset. You know, this is what it is as is, but we plan on building on a gym and adding a couple more classrooms so that we can fill the needs of everyone. If I told you their wants and needs in this community, you'd be like, well, why isn't that already there? They aren't asking for much. You know, they want a safe space. They want a place where they can have activities and programs going on. Like, that's not a huge ask. And so everything that we're trying to do is to make sure that they have that and then some, the right way. But let me get it started though so we can, you want me to go talk to him real quick? You ready? Let's rock. Because of COVID, there aren't too many things that we can do to be actively engaged with the people, but we do know that families are still struggling to eat. One of my good friends, Chef J.R. Robinson, he's awesome. He owns a restaurant called Kitchen Cray, one of the best restaurants around here. And so we know what his food is about, and anytime there's an opportunity to give back to the community, he's all for it.
It's super important, especially right now in these times, because a lot of people are facing like eviction, they don't have jobs. So I just feel like doing stuff like this, it makes them feel normal again. And I was homeless before, so I understand what it feels like not to have. So we call this the feel-good food. So I know everybody's gonna feel good after they have these meals.
Gotcha, how many you need, man? You need, how many? One? Two? Two. We're not coming in with the Superman cape. You know, it's never been a goal of mine to go out and try to impress anyone. I show up in a neighborhood, I'll come by myself. You know, I don't need security. I'm not coming in big timing anyone. How y'all doing? There's only 3 of y'all? Okay, perfect. I feel like through faith, you know, and what I believe, that is my responsibility to take care of my neighbor, you know, to take care of my brother and my sisters, and to make sure that I'm doing my part to help create a better society. And Congressman Cummings, that's something that he would constantly say. leave this place better than you found it. And I'm thankful that I had the opportunity to watch him in action.